Good evening everyone and welcome to League of Europe. We are here for Formula 2 action. It's Division 2 Season 4 as we take in the British Grand Prix from the Silverstone International Circuit. My name is James Hay, going to be taking you through the stream as always on a Saturday, on a Monday night, not a Saturday night. God, I wish it was Saturday to be honest, but Monday it is, and Monday we are going to be prepared of course for more Formula 2 action tonight. And it's going to be fascinating, of course. What happened in Azerbaijan last week is within the drivers' memories, and now coming into tonight, let's see how this is all going to unfold out on track. RJDW currently leads the way in the championship on 241 points, with Heated, his closest rival, in second on 203. To Tim is in third on 192. Pharrell Fury just a point behind in fourth on 191, with Jordan in fifth on 150. DWC in sixth on 137. Ryan in 7th on 131, Cam K Mom in 8th on 125, Lars in 9th on 109, Old Maverick in 10th on 105, and Callie in 11th on 100. 11 drivers currently scoring more than 100 points so far this season. 12th is Alex on 90 points, with Calvin in 13th on 67, Jasper in 14th on 54, tied with Ghost Recon in 14th also on 54, Claddy Cloud in 16th on 47, then we've got Jav in 17th on 12, Mekiran in 18th on 11, Saebo in 19th on 9, Felipe in 20th along with Brandon and Shady on 4, then Knight, ISRL Knight in 23rd on 2, and Capitona, the only other person to have scored points this season, on 1 point, the Lithuanian in the Prima, with Passemoir down there at the back of the field with nil points coming into tonight. Charu leading the way on 366 points. Goodness me, if I was awarding them 566 points, they would have won the championship by now. But Charu leading the way on 366, with a Univertosi in second on 341, Campos in third on 282, with Colin in fourth on 236, Trident in fifth on 229, with Hideck in sixth on 218, BWT Race Lab in 7th on 113, our Grand Prix in 8th on 101, Dams in 9th on 71, and Prima in 10th on 9 points. MP Motorsport not scoring any points so far this season. And as we look in the lobby, we do see a couple of new drivers now join us. Most of these guys are familiar to yourselves. However, we have got 2 new drivers. IFR Clausen, part of the IFR esports team, of course, where Falk is a part of, and Rocky Raccoon. What a name that is, the Northern Irishman there in the Prima. He is hopefully going to be sending some good points. And Jav is also here as well. He is in the MP Motorsports. That's good to see him here. And we've got a full grid, which is going to be exciting, of course. And even more exciting, there's more action for you tonight. Division 1 is live also, I believe. Mr. Daniel Hoggard is taking you through that one. Government press conference here in the UK about to begin. And of course, the Boris has announced that the lockdown is going to be ending very soon indeed. Probably by the 12th of April is when the full extent of the lockdown restrictions are going to end here in the UK. So we all have, hopefully, a brighter future. And the brighter future, of course, starts with more normality, of course, in League of Europe on a Monday night, with you being provided with the League of Europe Formula 2 action out on track tonight. Formula 1, I don't believe is just live yet, or Division 1 is not live yet, I believe. In fact, it is. Division 1 is live. Daniel Hoggard taking you through the action. That has just started 90 seconds ago. He is now hopefully going to be running that, and Zerdimer is going to be the host, of course, for that lobby, and that's about to get going. We're about to get going very soon indeed, and Boris is about to get going as well. So not a bad 7 o'clock on a Monday night for you all, I am sure. But we have a look at the chat, see how you guys are doing on this fine Monday evening. And I'm on the wrong stream, which is not a help at all. But good to see Frankie here, Jav also here saying hello James mate, nice to race on the comms for the first time, and the second race for me this season. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Honestly, it's going to be fantastic to see how this is all going to get on. Maverick has also came in and said, hi James, going to try and Maverick my way through the field again. That is an absolute disgusting pun, Maverick. Absolutely terrible. You are now taking after me with that, how bad that pun actually is. And goodness me, you do not want to hear some of the ones that I've got lined up for Rocky Raccoon. But there we are. Britain, though, is, of course, the host of tonight's track. Silverstone, of course, a unique circuit built on a World War II airfield and spanning across 2 counties, Northamptonshire and Buckinghamshire, here tonight. And it's going to be fascinating to see how it all is going to unfold, of course, out on track tonight. It has reached 7 o'clock by my standards, so we should be getting going very soon indeed for the action to unfold out on track. And, of course, Silverstone taking place the 70th anniversary Grand Prix last season, as well as the British Grand Prix in real life, and this circuit is unique. 5.9 kilometres and then 3.6 mile really in length, and 18 turns awaiting the drivers tonight. Can you name the turns in order? Well, I can. It's Abbey, Farm, Village, Abbey, Farm, Village, the Loop. Then it's Aintree on the run down the Wellington Straight towards Brooklands, then Luffield, then Woodcote, then on the run down towards Copse, Maggot and Beckett, Chapel, Hanger Straight, and then through Vale and Club, Stowe, Vale and Club. Those are the corner names that you'll be remembering tonight. And we are about to get going here in one-shot qualifying, and it's going to be, as I say, a fascinating night of action. And hopefully it is going to be what you need on a Monday night. You need that stiff drink down you. Hopefully nobody's going to be drinking and driving out on track. Division 1 has already started in terms of their qualifying. One-shot qualifying is now live. And Dan is on board with Nolan, I believe, going through the first sector there. Here in Division 2, we're about to get started. It's going to be fantastic to see. Maverick, you better not be a Brock in the way. These puns, honestly. It's good to have Jav and Maverick in the chat to try and entertain the masses, like we did on Saturday night in Division 1. If you didn't see Division 1, and it's absolutely teeming down here at Silverstone. If you didn't see Division 1, by the way, go and watch that back, because we had a bit of League of Europe hangman in the Division 1 stream chat. I'm not going to kick it off all tonight unless Spack and Chips comes in randomly and starts us off once again. Then League of Europe hangman might be a feature to take forward within Division 1, but it's absolutely teeming down worth of rain here at Silverstone, and this is going to be real tricky because there's no intermediate conditions and there's no wet compounder tyre out on track. As we now go on board with Heated, one of the main championship contenders, running around the final corner, and of course they're all on a set of wet compounder tyres, as now Heated comes through turn 1, and look at how feathered the throttle is through there. Now through turn 2, and he has to try and control that car. He's in Nikita Mazepin's car as he now comes through turn 3 and up towards the loop at turn 4. Look at how soaking the track actually is. Probably going to be about 16 seconds slower than the average time around here in the Formula 2s. Heated now running down as Clausen has retired from the session, might have had a spin somewhere out on track. RJTW though leading the way. Heated currently is up into third, 35.3 through the first sector for Heated, and RJTW will be hoping he can try and get pole position here as he now comes through Brooklands and into Luffield. The Maltese man now out of Luffield, and now on the run down past the old final corner at Woodcote. Now turn 8 on the track, and now runs down towards turn 9 at Stowe. Ralph Deary, RJTW, Heated, Ryan, Alex, all up there with the pace early on in qualifying. As now they come through Stowe, and now on the run down towards Maggot and Beckett. This fearsome section can normally be taken nearly flat out to this first half, but it can't in the wet, and now he has to down it in towards very high third gear, I would imagine, to try and get the car controlled through. Got Rico coming up nicely as well through the field along with Calvin. 122.8 from Heated through the middle sector. It's quite a short final sector here at Silverstone as well, as they now come down the Hanger Straight, down in towards Stowe. Next corner up on the track will be Vale and Club, of course. Those are the final 3 corners to unfold. Ralph Deary out on top, RJTW second, but for how long is that going to last? Rocky Raccoon doing well on his debut as well. Zin Evans round the final corner, Heated through towards the line, much more committed on the power out of the final corner, comes across the line. Ralph Fury absolutely stonks qualifying the 152.5, so good luck there from Pharrell Fury. RJW Championship leader in second and Calvin in third. And we're waiting for Sir Ebel just to come across the line as well, and hopefully Sir Ebel comes across the line, and he does, and he's now across the line now with, I think it was a 2:10 lap time there from Sir Ebel. but about 4 seconds, covering the whole field apart from Sebo, and it's Pharrell Fury by 0.6 of a second, taking pole position from RJDW in second. Calvin in third with Heated in fourth, DUHC in fifth, Rocky Raccoon on his debut in sixth, and Ryan in seventh. Look at how close they are. DUHC, Rocky Raccoon and Ryan separated by less than 1/10 of a second. Alex in eighth with Callie in ninth, and Shady rounding off the top 10. Ghost Recon in 11th, Jordan in 12th, Cam K Melman 13th, followed by the other American, Alt Maverick in 14th. He'll be hoping to Maverick his way through the field. Jasper in 15th, Felipe 16th, and Sebo in 17th with a 2 minute 6.6 lap time. Jav, De Tim, and Clausen. Clausen retired out on track, might have had a spin, and Jav and De Tim getting disqualified from the session in both the MP and the Campos, respectively. So now, we're about to get going in towards the feature race. Of course, 2 races to unfold us here tonight, and to behold out on the circuit, and I'm going to tune in to see how you guys are doing once again in that chat, and who your predictions are for your top 3. Put them in now in the chat. I'll be reading out, of course, these comments as we go along throughout the evening. A Road Ghost, I think that's Ghost Recon, coming in saying, damn, he messed up the last corner, and there's no rain in the race. Jasper has confirmed that. No rain in the race, which is very, very good indeed, and that is something that we like to see here. And it is going to be fascinating to see how this is all going to unfold. I think Boris is watching League of Europe, by the way, tonight. So good evening, Prime Minister, if you are watching League of Europe and you've suddenly came across this live stream. The live broadcast for the announcement starting at 7:10. So, no wonder he's running a little bit late. He wants to catch the start of League of Europe Division 2. Goodness me. If we had Mr. Prime Minister watching, then, oh my god, I think there'll be a few vocal comments coming out of my mouth, certainly. But for Pharrell Fury, out on top, RJDW second and Calvin in third as we now set about on the formation lap. And you can see a real mix in the tyres. We've got the softs and the hard compound tyres available to the guys here tonight, and a majority have seemed to go for the hard compound tyres. So there's no surprise there. Pharrell Fury, Calvin, Heated, Alex, Callie and Felipe all on a set of soft compound tyres. So they're going to be quicker in the first half of the race. Of course, Silverstone is quite a high degradation circuit in the Formula 2s. It's something like 5% a lap these tyres go off, so don't expect those softs to last that long out on track. So the hard compound tyres, RJDW, DWHC, Rocky Raccoon, Ryan, Shady, Ghost Recon, Jordan, Camke, Mo, Maverick, Jasper, Ibble, Jav, De Tim and Clausen all going on to a set of hard compound tyres, and it is going to be fascinating to see how these guys are going to control the Formula 2 cars around and control the beast around Silverstone. So we now come around halfway through the lap, down in towards Cops, and Pharrell Fury will be hoping, the Irishman, to try and continue on his good form, and he absolutely stole the feature race from an early safety car period last time out in Baku. He was absolutely sublime, and nobody could catch him to the line. I think it was something like 8 seconds in the end he won by, which was absolutely unbelievable. Given the standard of racing we've got in Formula 2 this season across both divisions, it's going to be really interesting to see, I think, how everything is going to unfold. And we are looking as well, people saying in the chat, that was a never-ending lap, says Jordan there. And Alt Maverick saying, he's never been more unprepared for F2 quali in my life, and that was bad. Jasper echoing the same there in the Discord as in the F2 chat, the main chat. Division 1 is going to be fascinating. I believe Toxic is joined, or somebody has joined Daniel Hoggard in the commentary for tonight for Division 1, so that is very good to see, as Campbell leading the way for Verstappen second, Lando in third. They've just started there at Silverstone, beautiful bright skies and sunshine there, but in Formula 2, in Division 2, we're about to begin. Jaff and De Tim back on the grid after a collision, but now we come across towards the start-finish line once again to begin the real race. And now you'll be hoping for top 3 from me. I'm not going to give you one because I don't want to preempt the future later on. But Pharrell Fury out on top, RJW beside him. Will he to try and get a good start off the line as well? It's all to play for here in Formula 2. Division 2, 3 rounds to go in the championship, 6 races in total, and the 5 red lights are now going out here in Silverstone for the British Grand Prix in Formula 2, and it's light down, away we go, and Jav has got a good start as well. Pharrell Fury, though, better off the line, and Pharrell Fury absolutely masters off the start, very good indeed through turn 1, RJDW second, DOHC third. There's a spinner, I think, a little bit in the background. I thought there was anyways. Calvin, and now our DOHC trying to go down the inside line. Heater's had an absolutely disastrous start. There's a yellow flag in sector 1, and I'm not sure who that's been caught up in a crash. Felipe's been caught up in a crash. Jasper as well. Answer Ibo, I think, has been caught up in that. There's a car off. Jab, I think, has been caught up in that. No, sorry, DeTim has been caught up in that. As now we go side by side, Clausen and DeTim. But Pharrell Fury leading the way early on. Ghost Recon is around as well, coming down the start finish, coming down in towards Brooklands. But for the first time, Pharrell Fury leads the way here at Silverstone on the set of softs, and he's absolutely stealing away from the race by a second early on. RJDW in second, Calvin in third, and Calvin now looking, the Belgian, on the back of the Brit as we run down in towards Cops. I don't think he'll try the move down the inside, and no he won't. Heater's got a really poor start. He's now on the back actually of Cali, and he goes to the inside line, does Heater, and the outside line now is going to present himself. And I'll tell you what, I think Heater's got the move done. He has! Brilliant stuff by Heater. The Maltese man is through. The side by side nearly in the background as Old Maverick tries to go side by side with Jordan. Shady's just been overtaken by Clausen further down the field, and now we've got side by side for second. RJDW against Calvin. Alex and DOHC have had good starts as well, as now Calvin tries to go all the way around the outside line on RJDW on the championship leader. Great stuff on a set of soft compound tyre. He is through and he's up into second. Really, really good racing as Ryan now gets involved with Alex as we go too wide down in towards Cops, and Ryan gets the move done. Really good overtaking early on by everyone, and Pharrell Fury steals away by 1.3 seconds on the first lap from Calvin in second, DOHC and RJDW in third, DOHC fourth, and then Alex in fifth as Felipe's got a 5-second penalty for speeding into the pit lane. Really good start by everyone. Further down the field there was a little bit of contact coming through turn 3 at Village, but Alex right on the back now of DOHC, and he in turn I think is on the back of Ryan in behind as Tim picks up a 5-second penalty for speeding into the pit lane as well. Don't adjust the left hand side of the graphics, by the way. We are on lap 2 out of 15, not lap 3. And Alex now making his way up through the field as the graphics glitch begins to fix itself. And there is Pharrell Fury leading the way out in front of the Irishman, and he has got Calvin for company. RJW there in third, DOHC in fourth, the Irishman, with Ryan in fifth. Under pressure now from Alex in behind, and Alex in turn is getting caught by Rocky Raccoon and Heated and Cali. Three of them are on a set of soft compound tyres compared to Alex on a set of hard, or Rocky Raccoon I should say, on a set of hard compound tyre. We now come through Maggots and Beckett's for the second time here at Silverstone. Rocky Raccoon under pressure from Heated. Man that's in second in the championship, the Maltese man will be hoping to try and get onto the back and score and outscore as many points as possible compared to RJDW. Side by side though in the meantime between Jordan and Maverick running down the straight, and Maverick to the inside line. Looks like he might just get this move done on the Scotsman, and the American I think is through. He's going to hang it on the inside line. Surely he's got the move done. He hasn't. Jordan's got a better run, and Jordan's going to get the move done. So what does the commentator know? Jordan is through, gets the outside line, goes a little bit too deep, but he gets the corner done, and he's through, and he's up into 10th as Cali is now through on Rocky Raccoon, and he is up into 9th, and Heated I think got through in all of that as well. Here comes Rocky Raccoon though, on the back of Cali, running down in towards turn 1, not quite close enough. You can see here the clonking of the cars just in the background while I commentate. For Alfie leading the way, Calvin in second, RJW in third. The main battle we're on board with is the battle for sixth between Alex and Heated. So we now run through the loop section once again for the third time. DRS now enabled. Of course, the drag reduction system can give up to 20 brake horsepower in these cars, more than, or 20 kilowatts of power I should say, more than the, or 20 mile an hour I should say, more than the car possibly ahead. And that's normally in Formula 1, I'm not sure what the case is in Formula 2, as the Tim has retired in the session, and that has brought out the safety car, so that's a crash. Going down the hangar straight, which is a very, very weird place to go off. That's a very, very weird place for the Tim to crash. Whether he's crashed out on purpose or not, it's a different thing, unless he's gone careening into the wall and he's had a bit of a wheel glitch or something. Safety car now out on track, like Baku, 1 lap 3 out of 15, and Pharrell Fury leading the way from Calvin in second, RJDW in third. Pharrell Fury, Calvin, RJW. Now, it'll be interesting to see how these soft runners, are they going to stay out, are they going to come in? Pharrell Fury in, Calvin in, RJW won't be, DUHC won't be, and of course these guys will be taking their mandatory pit stops if they come into the pit lane, and they all decide on a set of softs to come into the pit lane. Interestingly as well, I think that's Rocky Raccoon or somebody coming in on a set of hard compound tyres. Jordan is in, and Alt Maverick I don't think is in, unless he is. No, Alt Maverick is there. Everyone else still staying out on a set of hard compound of tyre. RJW leading the way, 1.4 seconds is the gap between himself and DUHC. Of course, we are under the safety car, which means I'm going to catch a drink and I'll be back in the safety car restart. There we are. You are still with us here in Division 2. RJW leading the way from DUHC second, Ryan in third. All these guys, of course, have got to pit in onto a set of soft compounded tyre. Everyone else, though, Jordan, Jasper and the likes on a set of soft compounded tyre. Clausen as well, pitting in for a set of softs. Everyone else has came in for a set of hard compounded tyres. Mr. Spack and Chips is alongside Daka in the commentary box for Division 1 if you want to go and show them some love while you are going around on the formation app, or if you're watching Division 2, go and show them some love round about now, because both of them fantastic commentators in their own right. I've seen Spag commentate before on Racing League Hub, I think it was, back in the day, and brilliant commentary duo they will be in Division 1. But RJW leading the way onto lap 5 out of 15 here at Silverstone, and we have got 11 laps to go in time. Jordan, I think, has came in on the wrong set of tyres, perhaps. Or he's came in to set up, use up his set of softs and then go back onto a set of hards. I think that's what the Scotsman might have done. Jasper continues on behind him. Be interesting to see if Clausen might pit in as well. Yep, Jordan using that mandatory stop. You can do that in Formula 2. He comes in onto a set of hard compounded tyres and will leave the pit lane very soon indeed. And of course, Jordan in the teammate along with Pharrell Fury in the Universal Rossi, and these guys will be hoping to try and get a good result within the team standings, with them being quite close towards the top, as Jordan is going to be side by side, I think, with Felipe actually coming out of the pit lane, and that is absolutely perfect from Jordan. Felipe is going to try and race him, but Jordan, I think, is in front of him, because Felipe now has to stay behind, and Jordan is still in 17th position coming out the pit lane. RJW, though, leading the way. DUHC in second, Ryan in third. And I'm going to have a tune into our championship leader's stream, if he has got it up tonight. Let me have a look. And typically, I don't think he has. Oh, there he is. There's RJW, and he's a man of concentration at this point. Pharrell Fury, 38.7. And it's going to be fascinating to see how this battle is all going to unfold. Pharrell Fury, by the way, down in 11th, possibly under the safety car restart. We might have another lap under the safety car. And RJW leading the way. DUHC in second position. Clausen has picked up a 3-second time for speeding. Multiple warnings down on tracks. He's actually cut a corner, I think, there to pick that penalty up. Having a look further down the field as well, RJW, of course, in the Cheroux, and DUHC in the Trident. So it's going to be fascinating, I think, to see how this race is all going to unfold as we now come in towards lap 6 of 15. We've got 10 more to go, and I promise you, once the safety car decides to come in, it will decide to come in eventually. And it's already a pit stop being made further down. I think that is heated into the pit. So Jasper in on a set of soft compounded tyre, and now he will be on a set of hard towards the end of the race. There is your championship leader, and there is Jasper coming into pit lane as well. But there is your championship leader coming into tonight, RJDW. While we've got a little bit of time to go through the standings once again, it is RJW leading the way on 241 points, Heated second on 203, and Tim in third 192. There's a slight chance, if RJW can outscore Heated tonight, then he will win the championship, possibly next round, after the Silverstone. But RJDW will be hoping to try and get a really good result out on track tonight. And it's going to be really interesting to see how this is all going to unfold. Of course, and you have got the best seat in the house. I hope you are staying at home, protecting the NHS and saving lives. And wait until the race gets going once again. True Division 1 has got more action than us at the minute. The team leaving the session. Thank him though for attending, unless he joins back, of course, under that for the next race. However, that can cause a few issues if he does decide to rejoin back into the session. Division 1, by the way, just to update you, Noon leading the way, Speakfan second, Matthias third. However, some pit stops have been made. You can hear a little bit of Daniel Huggard there in the background as I have the stream up, but we should be coming in this lap in Division 2 and the action will begin. So the safety car should come out, the lights should come out on the run down towards Stowe. In fact, they come out now, and now RJDW is the safety car and be hoping to try and be the virtual Bo Malindon. Look at the speed actually of RJDW. He really wants to get on with this. He doesn't want to waste any time out on track. He gaps Ryan, he gaps Rocky Raccoon as well. And this is going to be fascinating on the start. When is he going to decide to go? I think he'll go into the dip, down in towards Vale and Club, and that's when he'll decide to go. So round here, he'll decide to go. Perfect from the commentators. Now RJDW comes into the final couple of corners, through Vale and into Club. And we begin on to lap 7 out of 15 here at Silverstone. Perfect on the safety car restart from RJDW. He leads the way, coming across the line with THC in second, Ryan third, Rocky Raccoon in fourth, All Maverick fifth, Jav in sixth. Side by side in the meantime between Corral Fury and Calvin. So Ibble runs out wide there, coming through Abbey and Farm. And now Corral Fury's going to try and lunge it down the inside line. I think Ibbo's just going to get neatly out of the way, but look at Calvin. Calvin to the outside line. Is he going to try and take this for the Nat Race lead? It's going to be interesting. Alex now through. Sable's getting everyone through, I think. Just in behind. Heaton's going to get caught up in a little bit of a battle further down. Oh, and Heaton has been taken off. Heaton and Sable off. And Ibbo's out the race, and Heaton taken off there by Sable. And I think it was the case where they just got caught on each other. And Heaton, his championship hopes potentially have gone down the drain. And he's got damage, I think, as well on that left side because of that. So unfortunate. And inevitably, I thought it might just happen. It has happened between them both. And Sabo out of the race brings out a VSC. So VSC has now been deployed out on track to recover that car. The car has swiftly been taken off the track though, and RJW will be hoping to try and win this out on front. And DHC in second, but better get green flag racing, I think, again, looking at the speed that these two are going at. And 170 mile an hour running down in towards Cops. Now down to 93 mile an hour, and he's going to try and maintain this speed, of course, throughout on the laps. But Sable, so unfortunate, out of the race, catching a leading contender within the championship. Heated full set wide. You saw in the background as we rode on board, I think it was with that Ghost Recon. As Ghost Recon, speaking of which, I was just going to drive through for speeding under the VSC, which is an absolute disaster for him. But back underway, and Jav is on the back of Alt Maverick. And Alt Maverick now under pressure. The Spaniard trying to go down the inside line of the American. Maverick trying to Maverick his way through, but Jav is trying to fight back. Cam came home right on the back as well. Ghost Recon on the back of Shady. My voice is struggling tonight, by the way, so if I don't last through the two commentaries, then I will leave the stream up. But RJDW leading the way, DHC second, and Ryan in third. As Recon tries to close in on the back of Shady, running down in towards Brooklands and then in towards Luffield. But RJDW currently leading the way, 0.5 of a second. Ghost Recon picking up that VSC, driving under this VSC penalty. That drive-through penalty will be served up within 3 laps, of course. And now we're on pursuit with DOHC on the back of RJDW. Coming through Maggots and Beckett. You can see the lines that they're taking. RJDW is just a lot quicker, a lot smoother through Maggots and Beckett, even though DOHC caught up slightly on the second half as he now runs down the straight. Cam came on, right on the back of Jav. Jav shuts the door on the American. The American will not feel hard done by that, if I've got to be honest. As Heated is through on Clausen, and Clausen is off. Clausen is off through the hangar straight, through Chapel onto the hangar straight. As DOHC and RJDW have lost the lead. Not sure what's happened there. RJDW and DOHC now third and fourth, and I think there's been a bit of contact between them both, possibly. For Alfieri now looking to the inside line of Ghost Recon, not quite close enough to try and get the move done. Yeah, I think DOHC's gone into the back of RJDW and has let him go, and that's why both of them now are third and fourth position, and that is absolutely disastrous. As now, it could be disastrous for Jav as Cam came on, coming down the inside line, forcing them off track slightly. Charu against the Campos, I think, out on track. Jav will be hoping to try and get the move done in the MP Motorsport on the outside line. Cam came on there in the Charu, and the Charu just about on the inside line. The Spaniard holding his own to the inside line, coming through Luffield, and just about forces Cam came off track, but just about gets the move done as well. For Alfieri, Ghost Recon, Calvin, Shady. We're not going to have 3 wide in towards Cops, are we? 3 wide does not go, 2 wide does, and Calvin might go around the outside here of Ghost Recon, tries to go around the outside line, and he doesn't, I don't think, pull off the move. Shady's now on the back of Calvin. Calvin's going to have a look in on Ghost Recon, run down towards Baggots and Beckett, but he's not quite close enough. And in all of that as well, RJDW is through on Rocky Raccoon, and he's up into second position out on track as we now run down the straight once again. Cam came on, catching Jab with the DRS. He's going to try and look to the outside line through Cops. I think he is, and that's beautiful. I think around the outside there, through Stowe, in fact, not Cops. Cam came on, DWC into the pit lane. So DWC into the pits. Jav into the pit lane as well. 5-second penalty picked up for the Spaniard. It's now side by side, I think, go Ryan and RJDW for the lead of the race. These guys have gone quite far on these tyres. Will be pitted in late on. And Ryan on his own. The Brit against the fellow countryman of RJW, who swings it to the inside line. Is he going to try and have the run? No. A little bit of contact there, but Ryan so slow out of entry, and that's RJW through. He's into the lead of the race. So RJW through into the lead of the race. Ryan there second, but down Rocky Raccoon tries to go around the outside. The old Northern Irishman trying to go around the outside through Brooklands. Now into Luffield. I think this is job done, and it is. Rocky Raccoon is through, and he's up into second position. Great stuff by the Northern Irishman. And now Ryan's right on the back. The Brit fighting the Northern Irishman. It's like the Golf all over again. Ryan on the back of Rocky Raccoon, but Rocky Raccoon is holding tough, holding sway, and the Freeman stays in front as now Cam came home. And Pharrell Fury runs side by side through Cops. And just about getting the move done as well as Calvin on the back of Shady. Cam came home. And swiftly backs out of that, and Pharrell Fury through. Calvin through, and they're up into 5th and 6th. As I had a little bit of an itchy ear there, just me. Cam came on the back of Calvin, and now Cam came on, the American, right on the back of the Belgian. The Belgian under pressure here. We should see the pit stops happen from the rest of the field very soon indeed. Cam came on. Calvin still hanging on as now leaders are in. Clausen has spun, coming through into Aintree, that is. So Clausen has spun there. The leader is in. RJDW then into the pit lane. He puts on a set of soft compounded tyres. He's not going to get held in the pit lane, I don't think, either. As RJDW is held in the pit lane, actually. Slightly, he comes out just inside of Shady, which is not great at all. But he is ahead of Ryan, more importantly, and Ryan, I think, has been held up slightly coming into the pit lane there as well. As now we run on board with your leader, Rocky Raccoon. Leading the way, the Northern Irishman, lap 11 out of 15, so we've got 4.5 to go. And this is going to be a fascinating ending to this race here in Division 2. Division 1 as well. Go and show Daniel and Lenny some love as well in the chat, if you may, please. Alex and Heated, though, are going side by side. And this, pardon the pun, is a heated battle. And that is a brilliant move by Heated to the inside line. Alex to the outside line. Job done. And Heated through, and he's up into 8th position as Jordan fights Callie running down the straight. And I think there's a bit of damage there from coming off Jordan's car. Was that just my eyesight going there? Let's have a look. Right side end plate damage, yeah, right side end plate damage for Jordan. You see that little bit of front wing that flew past? And now, unfortunately for Jordan, he's all the way down into 6th position as Clausen retires coming into the pit lane. He's done a decent thing. And retire coming into the pit lane as now Callie holding off on the back of Jordan. I wonder if he's got a bit of a DRS problem running down the straight, does Callie. Rocky Raccoon though leading, All Maverick in second, and now we get these guys coming into the pit lane. Cam Mom should be in as well. And they have to slow down to 37 miles an hour. So one of the slowest pit lanes here on the F1 calendar. And now that means that man there, Ralph Fury's just set the new fastest lap of the race, 41.6, leads the way from Calvin in second. Jordan in third, Callie fourth, Heated now in fifth, Alex in sixth. RJDW, by the way, is coming out of the final corner, and he should get ahead of Rocky Raccoon for a possible 8th position out on track tonight. Which I think is enough for him to take the sprint race pole position. Because of course the top 8 get reversed here in Formula 2. Heated now on the back of Callie. 3.5 laps to go here at Silverstone. Ralph Fury leading the way, dominating again. Heated is through on Callie. And Callie really struggling with the tyres, with damage. He's now down into 5th and is getting closed down quite considerably as well by Alex and Jasper in behind. And RJW 14.3 seconds behind. I don't think he'll catch these guys before the end of the race, but you never know. A little bit of lift there from Alex as now Heated is through on Jordan for 3rd position. So Heated through on Jordan, up to 3rd he goes. And really doing well out on track. Ralph Fury leading, Calvin 2nd, Heated 3rd. Jordan 4th, here comes Callie now on the back of Jordan. Is he going to try and think about going for a move on the brakes? No, backs off down the straight. Does not want anything to do with that man ahead, as Ryan has to have something to do with DWC in behind as well. DWC gets caught on the grass there. Good run out by Ryan, and now Ryan's going to have a chance to try and get DWC running down in towards Stowe. And Ryan to the outside line. DWC on the inside line, hangs off the camber. Oh, just parks it beautifully on the curb. And now All Maverick right on the back in Darabula's car. And runs down in towards the 2 Collins chasing the back of DWC's car. Of course, that is the Trident, I think, DWC's car. Yep, the Trident. As All Maverick takes a very weird line coming through turn 18 there. As Ryan tries to go around the outside. Great move! Ryan ran the outside. Is it going to be 2 for 1 on the Collins? No, DWC goes deep, parks it beautifully in front of actually Ryan's car. Now All Maverick tries to go around the outside of his own teammate. And All Maverick is going to try and fend him off. Round the outside he goes and he's through. All Maverick into 11th position. Great racing there between the 3 of them. DWC just overlocked the brakes slightly. But that means Rocky Raccoon gets away by 3.4 seconds up the road. DWC 10th, All Maverick 11th, Ryan in 12th position. And Ryan in the end nearly losing 2 positions for the price of 1. So we now run down in towards Cops once again, out on track. And it's going to be fascinating to see how this is all going to unfold out on track. Ralph Fury leading the way, Calvin in 2nd, Heated in 3rd as All Maverick picks up a penalty there. Running out of Cops. Now on their own towards the final couple of corners come the leaders. Ralph Fury fending off the pursuer of Calvin. And these guys will be hoping to try and get a good result, of course, in the sprint race as well as the feature race. Ralph Fury leading the way, 8 tenths per second the gap from Calvin in 2nd. Calvin quicker through turn 1 and closer to 7.5 tenths now. As now we see side by side further down the field All Maverick and DWC through Stowe. Little Maverick tries to get to the inside line, tries to get the move done. Ryan now, Jab getting involved as well, just in behind. Oh, and there's a little bit of contact there between Ryan and DWHC. Really struggling with my voice, by the way. I feel it's going to go at any second. So Jab, 13th position, Ryan in 12th. And Ryan now hoping to get onto the back of DWHC, who again goes deep in towards turn 3. It's trying to attack Little Maverick at every single opportunity, but it's just letting Little Maverick get away from him. As Ryan on the back of DWHC runs down the straight. Don't think he's going to be close enough. There's not really anybody close enough further up the field either. But Pharrell Fury, Calvin, Heated your top 3. With just less than 1.5 laps to go. And there is the battle now for the lead between the Irishman and the Belgian. Out on track, Heated, Jordan, Callie, Alex in behind with Jasper. RGW is catching 6.8 seconds now, the gap to Jasper. Jasper doing a good job as always. And now Calvin really putting pressure on Pharrell Fury as we come through the final couple of corners, through Valen Club for the final time in the feature race. Sprint race, of course, will begin after this one, and Pharrell Fury comes across the line to start what is now the final lap of the race. But look at Calvin. Calvin is absolutely flying now, right on the back of the Irishman. And the Irishman will be hoping 2 feature races in a row, perhaps, is the key. But now Calvin, right on the back of him, and the Belgian has got to get a good run out. That is not a great run out, though, of the loop. And now that gives Pharrell Fury a little bit of breathing room. A little catch on the run down in towards Brooklands. He's not going to get the move done. He can sense that Calvin is going to try and get through. In the meantime, Alex and Jasper are fighting side by side as well. So Alex is through, he's up into 6th. Jasper, though, on the outside line, running down the straight in towards Brooklands. And Jasper on the outside line. Alex lets him through, so Jasper through and he's up into 6th. Good move there by Jasper. Good commitment as well. He's now on the back of Callie. Final half a lap though, between Pharrell Fury and Calvin. And Calvin under pressure. Oh, Calvin pressurising Pharrell Fury, I should say. Now running through Max and Beckett once again for the final time out on track. Pharrell Fury still leading the way, still fending off all pursuers out on track. As Calvin now has got one more crack of the cherry, and that is down in towards Stowe. One more crack of the cherry as well down in towards Valen Club. And that's one opportunity gone. And the second is not going to come either, because I don't think he's going to be close enough. Pharrell Fury rounding then. The final corner coming through Vale, coming through Club, and Pharrell Fury makes it 2-0 in feature races and wins at Silverstone. Calvin had a penalty in second in the end. Heater is going to finish third, but speaking of a heated battle, Jasper tries to lunge it on Callie late on. Doesn't get the move done. Heater finishes in third. Jordan is going to come across the line to finish in 4th. Callie is going to come across the line to finish in 5th. I expect Alex, though, to jump the order up to 5th. Callie, Jasper, RGW in the end in 6th, so he's not starting on provisional pole. Rocky Raccoon is going to start on provisional pole. Or Maverick across the line to finish in 10th. Ryan 11th. DWHC jumping up ahead of Jab. Camkit Mom in the end in 10th. Jab across the line in 15th in the end. Ghost Recon we're waiting on. And Felipe to finish the race. Clausen, of course, retired in the pit lane, and Sable got caught up in that contact with Heated. Heated's done very well, by the way, to recover from that spin up into 3rd position in the end. Really, really good results from Heated. Ghost Recon across the line in 16th. And Felipe will be coming across the line to finish in 17th position. As we expect him now to come through Valen Club. Felipe coming across the line. And he will finish in 17th position. And that is the end of the feature race. One more race to come, of course, in the sprint race. And it's going to be fascinating to see how this is all going to unfold out on track. Driver of the day is voted by the in-game fans. Jordan gets awarded in-game voted driver of the day. As we now reach the end of that race and we go in towards the sprint race. And there is the man at the top step of the top step of the standings. It is Pharrell Fury who wins. Formation lap just about to begin in Division 1. And Rocco, Miami and Noon, your top 3 in all of that. Formation lap, of course, being taken you through by Daniel Hoggard. And still Annie Saffel. As we see the end of the feature race come to an end, and Pharrell Fury wins from Calvin in second. Heated in third, Jordan from 12th up to 4th. Good result from him, with Alex in 5th. RJDW in the end in 6th, and 6th fastest lap as well. Callie in 7th with Rocky Raccoon in 8th. Jasper 9th, Cam K Mom in 10th. Ryan 11th, DHC in 12th. Maverick 13th, Shady 14th, Jav in 15th. Ghost Recon in 16th. Felipe 17th. Clausen, Sir Ibo and the Tim did not finish the race. But the Irishman wins once again. Calvin in second, Heated in third, and going into the 5th last race of the season, the 3rd last sprint race of the season. It's going to be fascinating to see how this is all going to unfold out on track, and how you can take part, of course, in Formula 2, because I know the calendar is getting done. And DHC, what the hell did you do? Asks RJDW. The safety car ruined your race, not me, is the response. So a little bit of heated words there going on in Division 2. And it's beautiful blue skies here for the sprint race. And the sprint race will be very good indeed. Safety car, yeah, safety car did come out off it down the straight. But Heated through and he's up into 3rd position in the end. Really good result from, he was dead last when Sibyl crashed in 18th position, so 18th essentially up to 3rd. Really good result from him. As we now see everyone get ready to go on to the big race here in the sprint race. And we have got 18 drivers, which makes me wonder, we've lost Clausen, and we have lost as well De Tim. So both of them are gone. So De Tim and Clausen both leaving the session. Might cause a bit of an issue going into the sprint race, but we'll have to wait and see. And you can see only 20, well, there's 20 cars there on the grid, 18 of which are going to be competing as human cars. Rocky Raccoon leading on the formation lap, Callie in second. Interestingly, Sabo goes onto a set of soft compound tyres as always. Everyone else, though, on a set of hards. We saw 10-11 laps were the Paramount tyres for the guys out on track. And RGW there in 3rd position, be hoping to try and get a good result out on track. And be hoping, as I see him on board with the stream there, be hoping to try and get a good result there tonight. But Rocky Raccoon not hanging around with this formation lap. He does need to warm up the tyres, of course. And the Norwich Irishman treating this formation lap like Max Verstappen treated the formation lap earlier on last season. Rocky Raccoon leading away, Callie second, RGW in 3rd. While they come around the formation lap, I will get a quick drink and I'll be back in just a minute. So we now get the cars rejoining onto the grid here in Formula 2, and it's going to be worth seeing how this race is going to unfold out on track. Tim's car and Clausen's car both out on track. They were to rejoin. I don't think they are allowed to rejoin though. Sabo going to rejoin there in 19th as Clausen and the Tim's car were waiting on to rejoin the grid at the back of the field. But Rocky Raccoon, Callie, RGW are your top 3. How will there be your top 3? And will there be your top 3 come the end of the race? As we now are about to get going, the 5 red lights are about to go out for the sprint race, and the revving engines are about to come on. The 5 red lights now on here in the sprint race here at Silverstone. Long hold, but it's lights down, away we go. The Tim and Clausen's car nearly get a good start off the grid, but a good start by Rocky Raccoon leads the way down and towards someone, but for how long? Because Callie's got a really good start as well. And RJW on the inside line, RJW through, he's into second, but Rocky Raccoon leading the way from RJW second, Alex in third, behind with Callie, I should say, in fourth. There's a little bit of contact further down the field. Jav has been caught up in an instant, I think. He's got left side end plate damage on that car, and also more carnage in the background. DHC has had contact, I think. Heated as well has had a little bit of contact, and the Tim has ran once again as the VSC has been deployed. VSC has been deployed, and Rocky Raccoon leads the way as he's been given a 5-second penalty for severe collision with RJDW. And RJDW is definitely not going to be a happy bunny from that. Let's have a look at his stream and his reaction to that. And it should come up any second now. And yeah, he's saying basically that Rocky Raccoon had brake checked him. But Rocky Raccoon leading the way out on track from RJW in second, Callie in third. He's going to be hoping that they can fight cleanly towards the end of the race. Sable there down at the back of the field. He didn't pick up any damage, which I'm glad to see. But VSC, long VSC, out on track. These cars can only go about 40% speed, of course, but now RJW is going to get him back, running down the straight in the Brit. Now on the Northern Irishman, he's going to try and get it now. Callie runs side by side with him, and now Rocky Raccoon on the inside line. They try and give each other a lot of room. RJW there's going to go sitting around the outside, Julie. The premium on the outside line now. Callie was still on board with as we now run in towards Bale & Club. Rocky Raccoon goes too deep, and RJW hangs on in there. Callie though is going to get a sensational run on both of them, coming out through the complex, and now Rocky Raccoon leads the way. RJW though is not giving up without a fight. Rocky Raccoon leads the way. There is RJW in behind in second. Callie there in third. Will take it still from his perspective as we come through. Cam Mum and Calvin going side by side on the background as well. Heated and that's Jordan, I think, going side by side. Alex and Pharrell Fury as well. But Rocky Raccoon leading the way from RJW in second. Callie in third position. Alex in fourth. Looking at the position gains off the start as well. 4 positions gained for Old Maverick, 5 gained for Ghost Recon, and they are up positions early as the Tim and Jav and Felipe, I should say, come into the pit lanes. RJW has taken the race lead from absolutely nowhere. So RJW leading the way now out on track here at Silverstone, that's 2 out of 11. Rocky Raccoon now in second, Callie in third. Really good start by everyone on the whole. So now try and see side-by-side action further down the field. Jasper's going side-by-side with Cam Mum. Cam Mum is the inside line. He'll try and force his way through down and towards Maggots and Beckett. They're not quite close enough as now Ryan comes onto the back of both of them. Clausen overtaken as well by the Tim further down the field. But out on track, doing a fantastic job, is Ryan on the back of Cam Mum. But Cam Mum now right on the back of Jasper, almost slipstreaming him. Bump drafting him, running down the straight. He pulls out to the inside line. We'll try and get the move done. I think there's right side end plate damage on that car from Jasper, if I'm not mistaken. It's Heated. And Pharrell Fury goes side by side. Pharrell Fury takes 3-second time penalty off track. Oh, gives him a little bit of a squeeze there. And Pharrell Fury tries to lunge it down the inside line. Getting a little bit heated out on track as Heated nearly got caught up in another incident. On the back of Pharrell Fury he goes. Univirtuosi against the car of Heated, and the car of Heated, of course, is the High-Tech right on the back of Pharrell Fury. He's now returned to the outside line. Pharrell Fury's got damage on that left side end plate. And now looks at the inside line. Trying to get the move done, does Heated. A little bit of contact, I think that was Jordan. Possibly looking to try and get up the inside line there, but there's still more contact, still a little bit of lag going on as well. But look at the run of Jordan. The Univirtuosi trying to challenge in a Callum Isle running down the straight. Calvin is going side by side. 2 by 2 they go in the sprint race. RJW's pulled away from Rocky Raccoon, by the way, in second, and those two are about 2.6 seconds through the rest of the field. As Pharrell Fury tries to hang on in there. Jordan, and he's forced him wide. Calvin has spun, and he gets caught, and Cam Mum is out of the race as well. Maverick, has been caught up in that. Yellow flag in sector 2. Calvin is out of the race, and a VSC has been deployed out on track. VSC deployed. Nothing really that Jordan could have done. He forced him off track slightly, but there's nothing really that could happen apart from going out wide, putting you in the gravel, and then ending you out the race. Calvin, so unlucky from him. Such a good result from him in the feature race. Now becomes not so much of it in the sprint race. We're back under a VSC again. Wonder if we're going to get another lap's worth of wasted racing as RJW leads the way from Rocky Raccoon in second position. There's Cali there in third. Alex in fourth, Ralph Fury fifth, Heated sixth, Jordan seventh, Jasper in eighth, Ryan in ninth, Cam K. Millman 10th, Ghost Recon 11th, then Shady in 12th, and DUHC in 13th, or Maverick 14th, Clausen to Tim, Sabo, Jab, and Felipe, as or Maverick comes into the pit lane for 5 seconds, speed in the pit lane, and he retires into the pits after getting caught up in that incident. Understandably frustrated, there's nothing really that could have been done about it. A bit of a failing of the ghosting system, as RGW leads the way out on track, as Jordan has lost 2 positions off the VSE start from Jasper and from Ryan. Now Ryan and Jasper going side by side in toward the village section through the loop. Jordan's still right on the back of these guys as well, but Ryan got a great move there. Around the outside he goes. Heaters on the back of Pharrell Fury just in front. And they come down towards Brooklands. He looks to the inside line, the Malteseman trying to fend his way through. I tell you what, Pharrell Fury's putting up a really good fight despite that left side end plate damage. Look at how Heated has to be careful. Doesn't want to overdo it and doesn't want to try. And if this was overtake mode, in these cars, he would go for the move. He's going to go for the move anyways. He's barely going to be side by side though. Running down in towards Cops, but it's a right-handed corner. The left side end plate damage is going to affect Pharrell Fury, but not enough to try and get the move done. So Heated there, 6th. Ryan now on the back in 7th, and Jordan's not too far away either on the back of Jasper. As Heated now comes through on the back of Pharrell Fury, they pull away once again, side by side them in the background. Jordan and Jasper going side by side, and now we cut back to Heated, and Pharrell Fury looks to the inside line, does the Maltese man on the front of the Irishman. Now he's going to get the move done, and now Heated is through. Shuley, and he's up into 5th position. He takes that like taking candy from a baby. Heated through, and he's up into 5th. Looking in the background as well, getting very feisty indeed, and that's Cam K. Mum launching it down the inside of Jordan. And Jordan now on the inside line gets caught, and Cam K. Mum is through. Little bit of contact there, a little bit of a knock-on effect from Jordan rejoining. But nothing you can do about it. Shady has spun, coming out the final corner out on track. I think he's got caught on the curb. Clausen and the Tim's AI cars are running side by side as well. Ryan is off on the back of Pharrell Fury. I think he's got damage there as well, has Ryan. I think I got caught in the grass, I got forced off track, and I thought he had left side end plate damage, but he doesn't, so I'm glad to see. Ryan has now dropped into 11th position. RJW leading the way out on track. Rocky Raccoon is in 2nd, and Cali is in 3rd, as we are halfway through the race now. Here in Formula 2, really hope you are enjoying the action. The Tim and Clausen's AI cars, by the way, are going side by side. I thought I'd just mention that as Cam came on now. Gets the run on Jasper. Jasper getting closed down for 7th. Cam came on 8th, Jordan and 9th. Calvin leaving the session after retiring. After crashing out and getting caught up in an incident with Holt Maverick. As now, RGW leads the way. Rocky Raccoon 2nd, Cali in 3rd. Goes Recon now through on Jordan, and he's up into 9th. My voice, as you can probably tell, is going here on a Monday night, which is not great, and I've got a week's worth of commentary to go as well. Now came on the back of Jasper, looking to try and get the move done. Going to try and think about it. No, Jasper's got that right side end plate damage. It's going to affect him through left-handed corners, as opposed to right-handed corners. Jasper, yet along, Cam K. Mum's going to have a go. It doesn't get quite close enough. RJW though leading the way, and he's got more than 5 seconds over Cali at this stage as well. So he has got an advantage, significant advantage as well. Right now on the back of Jordan, running down in towards him on. Jordan looks like he hasn't got the pace in the Universal Rossi. Right on the back of him in the Carlin and Yuki Tsunoda's car. Tsunoda of course going to Alpha Tauri. Is Shady has retired coming into the pit lane, and now Ryan through on Jordan. Ryan around the exit line, gets the move done on Jordan. Jordan really not putting up with anything here tonight. Ryan through, and he's up into 8th. RJW though leading the way. Rocky Raccoon 2nd, Cali 3rd, Alex 4th, Heated 5th, Pharrell Fury 6th, Jasper, Cam K. Mum rounding off the top 8, rounding off the top 10, Ghost Recon and Ryan. As a safety car has been called out on track, and that is for Jav spinning. So Jav has spun through the final corner. Look where Felipe is. Felipe into the pit lane. should get to see Jav's car off to the left-hand side somewhere. He's crashed on the straight. Sable's got a drive-through penalty for speeding under the VSC. Or speeding under the safety car, I should say. Now RJW has got his chance to try and serve up that 5-second stop and go for getting a hit, or getting a brake check, as he put it on his stream, to Rocky Raccoon. This is going to be fascinating to see how this race is all going to unfold out on track. RJW staying out, Rocky Raccoon staying out as well. These guys, of course, can get to the end of the race. I wonder if anybody decides to come into pit lane. Heated tries to Duke Pharrell Fury in. Somebody, though, is in. Jasper in. He's got damage. Ryan in. Jordan in. DHC in. Some of them have got damage, some of them don't. DHC has got the pit limiter on, 37 mile an hour you've got to go, as Felipe picks up a drive-through for speeding under the safety car. RJW leading the way out on track. Rocky Raccoon in second, Cali there in third, Alex in fourth, and Heated in fifth. And I will be back, rest my voice more importantly, I'll be back in just 2 minutes. Lap 8, out of 11, safety car still out, and RJW leading the way from Rocky Raccoon in second, Cali in third, and this all condenses the field up. We did see pit stops under that under the safety car from Jasper, Ryan and Jordan. I think all the three of them actually had either damage or had some sort of problem with their car. They're all into the pit lane on a set of softs, as well as to Ebo, who is in 11th position. He might get a good result. DHC into the pit lane as well. Felipe still going around out on track. I think we saw Felipe actually leave the session, which is quite a shame, given that he has picked up a drive-through penalty under the safety car. Never give up. Never give up. That is the motto that I always run with. DHC then coming out the pit lane. Not sure if we'll get either 3 laps or 2 laps worth of racing. DRS will only be enabled if we do get racing on this lap in the final lap of the race. But RJDW leading the way. And let's hope the Brits can do a good job out on track. Raccoon in second, Cali in third. As I wonder if we're going to see the safety car coming in this lap. We saw it come out. We saw it come in around about this point onwards down the straight. With DHC off the back, I don't think we're going to get going. See if there's a safety car restart here. Who knows? Who knows? I think it would have been out the lights by now. DHC is round the other half of the track, coming through Maggot and Beckett. He's coming through. The safety car stays out for another lap out on track. And that means I can go and catch a quick drink, so I'll be back. Lap 9 out of 11, safety car still out. DWC just rejoining onto the back of the safety car queue. There is the man there, the Irishman, and he's going to be joining on the back in 15th position. RJW though leading the way, Rocky Raccoon in second, Cali in third. It's going to be fascinating to see how this race is going to unfold for the final 2 laps of the race. Old Maverick saying I tried to Maverick my way through the field for you, James. I'm sorry I let you down. Never use a bad pun like that, otherwise it costs you. That's all I'm saying. RJW leading the way from Rocky Raccoon in second, Cali in third, and we're now around the final 2.5 laps of this race. Felipe's AI still going round out on track. We would be waiting on him still to come round and join on to the grid. But RJW now, I have a feeling it's going to be the virtual Bert Marlander as we now come round Maggots and Beckett's for the 3rd last time here tonight at Silverstone. Safety car then should come, the safety car lights should go out very soon, and indeed they have. And RJW now is the virtual Bert Marlander. You can see he's maintaining that consistency and that consistent speed throughout. Clausen cannot be overtaken by Sebo as well further down the field, even though he wants to get on with things. Sebo cannot pass an AI car, and neither can he pass to Tim, because both of them are AI cars. Imagine if the AIs win this race. Goodness me, RJW leading the way then, and he'll now go down in towards Vale and Club, and has shot Rocky Raccoon out the back door, it seems. And RJW now comes around the final 2 corners out on track. Clausen now can be overtaken, and now we're back underway. RJW though leads the way, 6/10 of a second from Rocky Raccoon in second, Cali third, Alex in fourth, Heated in fifth. Heated right on the back of Alex, running down in towards turn 1 at Abbey, and then through Farm. Jasper's right on the back of Sebo as well, and actually Jasper's through on Sebo. Sebo runs massively out wide, and that is going to be moves done for everyone, I think, on Sebo, and he's down into 15th position. RJW though has absolutely stolen a march. Final 2 laps of this race. Jasper then through on Clausen's AI. Clausen's AI jumping down the field. So RJW though leads the way. Rocky Raccoon in second, Cali in third, Alex in fourth, Heated in fifth. His Ghost Recon now lunges on a move of the fellow American as he tries to go on the inside line. Camp Mum now all the way around the outside through Luffield. Can he try and get the move done? No. Ghost Recon hangs tough, hangs firm, and a little bit of rubbing on the grass there, I think, from Camp Mum on the exit through Brooklands, and then through on the exit of Luffield through Brooklands, and through Booker, and then in towards Cops, I should say. There we are. RJW leading the way. He's got a second now over Rocky Raccoon. Rocky Raccoon's done a good job on his debut. However, this race, I feel, is going to go to Cali in the sprint race. Heated there on the back as well of Alex. Can he try and get the move done on Alex, I wonder? Let's see. Let's find out now as the Maltese man comes onto the back of the German. The German now under pressure. We've got a lap and a quarter to go. Alex really wants it. Heated though dives it down the inside, and he's not having anything like that. Heated through and he's up into fourth. Alex tried, Alex failed, Alex down a position, and Alex down into fifth. Heated through and he's up into fourth. Good racing now between them both though. RJW now leads on to the final lap of the race and has got the fastest lap of the race. Rocky Raccoon now in second, Cali in third, Heated in fourth, Alex in fifth. Trail Fury in 6th, Ghost Recon in 7th, Camp Mominate, Jasper in 9th, Ryan 10th, Jordan DOHC. Sable should get past, however he will not get past to Tim and Clausen now. He's into the pit lane, Ghost Recon lunging it down the inside then of Pharrell Fury, and Pharrell Fury fights back with a bit of fury. Camp Mom comes onto the inside line there, coming down in towards entry. You can hear the fire spitting out of the car. Jasper and Ryan go side by side. They force each other to track slightly. As now Ryan has got damage, I think. Ryan has got damage right side end plate from from Ryan. And Jordan to the inside line. Nearly gets contact with DWHC as well. DWHC really up for this. Tries to go around the outside line. He's out on the marbles though. Coming through the field. It's a very wide line to try and get the awesome run. Running down, and now Ryan and Jordan. Jordan falls onto the grass there by Ryan. And Ryan now not having everything. He's got to be wary though, because on the outside line, here comes DWHC. DWHC tries to go around the outside line. Not quite. Jordan now fighting the Brits and the Irishman. Fighting now toward the line. Through Maggots and Beckett. These guys all go side by side, and DWHC has not got the move done and gets cut up by Jordan. And Jordan should have given him a little bit more room there, but to be honest, that was inevitable. RJW then in towards the final couple of corners. Through Stowe for the final time. And it's been a really good win from RJW, and a really good performance as well. Cali is going to take the race win from Heaton, I think, in second. Rico and Pharrell Fury fighting further down, but RJW comes across the line to win at Silverstone. Rocky Raccoon in second, picks up a 5-second penalty. Cali then will win from Heaton in second in the end. Alex across the line to finish in fourth. Look at how close it is between Rocky Raccoon and him. Rico and Ryan, Pharrell Fury, Jordan, Camp came on, Jasper, Clausen's AI coming across the line to finish in 13th. DWHC coming across the line to finish in 14th. So unlucky, I think, in that in that late scrimmage. And Zebo gonna come across the line to finish in 15th position. As now Sabo comes in toward the final couple of corners and comes through in the SMP racing car. Through the final corner and out towards the line, and Sebo I think is going to do a donut, possibly, and that is not a donut. He gets the car into first gear. Now that's a donut, and a celebratory donut to finish in 15th position. Sebo actually picked up a penalty, I think, there coming across the line. Sebo then finishes in 15th position, and that is it for Division 2 tonight of League of Europe Formula 2. Driver of the day is watered by the in-game fans is Ghost Recon for the sprint race. Oh, that was an absolute struggle with my voice, but to the top step of the podium, RJDW in an unfashionable win. In fact, it's not him that takes the win, it's Cali who takes the win in the Trident. Fantastic race from Cali. He takes the sprint race, and Heaton finishes in second ahead of his Nevis Championship rival RJW. And speaking of which, RJDW has been now closed in even more by Heaton, but it still will retain the lead going into next week. As we see the final grid order come up on your screen, and Cali takes it by 0.3 of a second in the end from Heaton in second. RJW in third with Alex in fourth. Rocky in fifth with Ghost Recon in sixth. Ryan in seventh, Pharrell Fury in eighth. Jordan in ninth. Cam came home and ran off the top 10. With the Tim in 11th, Jasper in 12th, Klaus in 13th, DWHC 14th, Ibo in 15th. They are the finishers. Felipe, Jab, Shady, Maverick and Calvin not picking up any points and not finishing the sprint race, which is unfortunate. RJW, once again, like he did in the feature race, picks up the fastest lap in the sprint race as well. And that is the end for tonight. We've reached the end. Boris has announced that we're going to be ending lockdown very soon, and we're going to be ending the stream very soon as well. Really hope you are staying safe out there in this crazy world that we all live in currently. And from Silverstone we go for the penultimate round of the championship to Paul Ricard. The championship getting closer. I have been James Head though. Thank you so much for tuning in to League of Europe Division 2, and until next time, goodbye.